I just got off of work, and before I go inside, I need to say something out loud that I've been struggling to accept. My wife wants a divorce. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I have some powerful answer for that, because I don't. Some days I wake up believing there's still a chance. Some days I feel like I'm watching my family slip away, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. And the hardest part is knowing that I cannot tell this story like I'm just some innocent man that this happened to. I true indeed played my part in this. I made choices that hurt her. I said things I wish I could take back. I handled moments badly when people I love needed a better version of me. And now I'm living in the space between who I have been and the man I know now I have to become. My name is Cameron Cofield. Most people just call me Cam. I'm a husband, I'm a father, a stepfather, a working man, and an Army veteran. And right now, I'm also a man trying not to lose himself while his marriage may be falling apart. I did not start this channel because I figured life out. I started because I have not. And I'm tired of pretending that I'm stronger than I feel. I'm tired of telling myself that I will change one day, because I do believe I will. But I'm also tired of thinking that loving my family is enough if the way I show up keeps hurting them. So this is me being honest. Not polished, not healed, definitely not an expert. Just honest. There are certain sentences that change the temperature of your whole life. I want a divorce is one of them. When she said it, I felt fear at first. My heart dropped. Panic. Then it's this need to fix everything immediately. I wanted to talk. I wanted to explain. I wanted her to hear my heart. I wanted another chance. But the truth is, she had probably been trying to get me to hear her for a long time. And I was so busy defending who I thought I was that I wasn't always paying attention to how it felt to live with me. Damn, that's a hard thing to say. But it's true. I'm not going to expose every private detail of what happened. This is still my family. Their pain is not content for me to sell. But I can talk about my part. I've been reactive. I've said harsh things. I've pushed conversations when somebody was asking for space. I've let fear turn into pressure. I've made decisions that have damaged trust. And there were moments I cared more about being understood than I did about understanding the person in front of me. I kept thinking, but that is not what I mean. And what I'm learning is that sometimes your intentions do not erase someone else's experience. Sometimes I didn't mean to hurt you does not change the fact that they were hurt. Nobody really prepares you for what it feels like to live in the same house with somebody you love. while knowing they may have already emotionally be preparing a life without you. You notice everything. Literally. A short response, a closed door, a normal conversation, a request for help, a moment of laughter, and your mind wants to turn every little thing into evidence. Maybe she's changing her mind. Maybe this means there's hope. Maybe I still have time. And I have to catch myself. Because she should be allowed to have a peaceful moment without me turning it into a promise. She should be allowed to ask me for help without treating it like proof that everything is getting better. That's not love. That's fear looking for reassurance. I wanted relief. She needed safety. I wanted reassurance. She needed space. I want her to believe I have changed. She needed time to see whether my actions were different. I wanted the pain to stop. She needed me to understand why the pain was there. And those are not the same thing. Honestly, this is the part that I hate. I can't control whether she stays. I can't control whether she'll trust me again. I can't control whether the version of me I'm trying to become arrives too late to save this marriage. I can pray, I can hope, I can do the work, but I cannot force somebody to feel safe with me again. I cannot force forgiveness. I cannot make reconciliation the price of my growth. Because if I only become better to get back, then the moment I do not get the outcome I want, I'll be tempted to become the same man again. What I can control is who I am today. Excuse me. I can go to therapy. I can learn how to sit with discomfort without making it everybody else's problem. I can respect boundaries. I can tell the truth. I can show up for my children. Most definitely be a better stepfather. I can stop keeping score. I can stop treating every good deed like it earns me something. I can become more dependable, more patient, more honest, more emotionally safe. Not because I'm guaranteed to save my marriage, but because my family should have had that version of me already. I'm documenting this because I know I'm not the only man who has reached this breaking point and realized he doesn't know how to become the person his family needs. Maybe you don't have a father to call, like me. My father passed October of last year. Maybe your pride kept you from asking for help. That's natural as a man. Maybe you thought providing money meant you were doing enough. Maybe you kept apologizing but never changed the pattern. Maybe the people you love are exhausted from hearing what you are going to do. And maybe like me, you're finally realizing that the real work begins when words stop working. And I'm not here to teach from the finish line, because I'm far from it. I'm here to document the climb. I wish I could tell you I'm handling this perfectly. I am not. I've cried. I've overthought conversations. I've looked for signs. I felt angry. I felt ashamed. I felt hopeful and terrified in a short amount of time span. There are days when I feel like I can rebuild everything. And then there are days when making it through work and getting home is all I have. But I'm still here. And right now, that has to mean something. This channel will be honest, but it will have boundaries. I'm not going to expose private messages between my wife and I, or anyone of that matter. I'm not going to secretly record my family. I'm not going to make my wife the villain, which some people will. When I use my children's pain to build an audience, I'm going to talk about what belongs to me. Me, just me. My choices, my failures, my fears, my healing, my responsibility, and the man that I'm trying to become. To be honest, I don't know how this ends. I don't know if my marriage survives. I don't know what my home looks like 6 months from now. I don't know whether the people I hurt will ever fully believe that I'm changing. But I know I cannot keep living as the same man, asking life to give me a different result. So this is day one. Not of becoming perfect. Not of trying to look strong. Not of convincing my wife to stay. Day one of telling my truth. Day one of doing the work. Day one of becoming somebody my children can trust. Somebody my family can feel safe around. And somebody I can respect when I look in that mirror. My name is Cameron Cofield. And this is the man that I have to become.